Hi everyone, I'm here to do a little bit of a lecture on easements for the California bar exam, just to make it simple, quick, and type it up here with you guys. I study with this material and hopefully it helps someone else, more simplified. So let's go ahead and get started. We're talking about real covenants. Talking about real covenants, then we'll move into easements. Real covenants. Okay, so real covenants and real property are written promises between two parties about how land is to be used that meet certain technical requirements such that the promises are to run with the land. So real covenants are written promises by the parties. Okay, so obviously statute of frauds here, real needs to be written more than 1 year. So let's go ahead and, they're just written promises by the parties, okay? And these are promises that run with the land. In order to know if they are running with the land, benefit or burden, everyone should know what those are. The remedy, so let's go ahead and put here the difference between real covenants and the equitable servitude is that the real covenant is remedy is money damages. That makes a difference here, okay? So in order for it to run with the land, a burden, we got to do a burden to run with the land first. There is witch van. I remember it as witch van. I'll write that up there, witch van. So we have W, we have I, we have T, we have C. I like to do T and C together. We have H and V together, and then we have our N. So it needs to have a writing. Of course, these are the elements that need to be put on the bar exam. Writing. Intent of the parties to have it run with successors. The fact should tell you if that's true or false. Touch and concern, or touches first. It must touch and concern the land for the servient parcel. This means the promise restricts the use of the servient parcel. So there's two pieces of land, the servient. There must be a restricted use. And of course, oh boy, my typing's bad today. The dominant land. Dominant parcel. Let me make this lighter. Of course, the dominant parcel here, let's see, the dominant parcel, how am I going to phrase this? I guess it's more of the servient land. Dominant parcel we're not going to use on this one. That's probably on our equitable servitude. So I'm going to go ahead and put, basically it's about the servient land here. It needs to be restricted, decreasing the use and enjoyment. Okay, and then we have horizontal and vertical privity. Now horizontal privity refers to the privity between the original promising parties. So this is for the original promising parties. Was it there in the actual writing? The original parties. Was it in the original parties? They must have shared some interest in the land, like a developer purchaser or a landlord tenant. I'll just put LT. And then vertical. Vertical privity requires the successor now is the holder of the entire interest that the party making the covenant had. So if you have a landlord tenant, the successor now holds the entire interest that the original party had. Okay, and then we have notice. Now, the party must have notice, and we know there's different types of notice. There's actual, there's inquiry, and there's constructive. Or sometimes I've seen some books call it record notice. Okay, or record notice. So basically that's how we write up the burden to run with the land. And after that, we do our fact, our analysis, all of that. Now we're going to go on to the benefit. Now we don't use all of the above. We are going to use for the benefit, we're using writing. intent, same concept here. Then we're going to do touch and concern, vertical. So this one has vertical privity, not, oh, this is where I'm going to have to move my stuff up a little bit here. There we go. See if I can get back onto this text. Vertical, I'm going to start over here. Let's see here. Let's erase this part. Sorry, guys. Oh, no, we don't want to erase everything. There we go. Oh, no, we did it again. Okay, let's stop doing that. Let's do vertical right here. Vertical. See if it's going to show. Yeah, it's not going to show. What can we do here? Let's just start it on the bottom. Okay, so vertical. We're doing vertical privity for this one. And notice. So we go through all of these. I don't know what to do. Let's go ahead and get me a drawing here and mark this out because this is just not supposed to be here. Okay, so the elements for benefit to run with the land are writing, intent, touch and concern, vertical privity, and notice. So we do the same thing over again, rewrite it, give our facts, do our analysis, use the facts, match them to the analysis and the elements. And it does, let's see, vertical privity. Benefits around the land, writing, intent. I know there's a mnemonic, and I'm doing this off the top of my head, so let's go ahead and fix this. I believe the mnemonic for this is WITV. So we do not repeat. Sorry about that. This is a big boo-boo here. This is what happens. This is why I like to do this kind of stuff, because my mistakes, I can just make a mistake here, but not on the bar exam, right? Right. No notice. So mnemonic for benefit to run with their land is WITV. The burden to run with the land is WITVAN. Okay, so we don't need notice here. We only need writing, intent, touch and concern, and vertical privity. We don't need horizontal privity either. So we have the WITV. Up here we have the entire WITVAN. That's the burden and that's the benefit. I'm going to go ahead and clear that. And then I'm going to go ahead and there's termination or modification of covenants, is destruction, release, estoppel. You kind of have to remember that mnemonic for that, which is, I made up my own, so I'm going to help you out. But let me just write them up here real quick. So termination of the real covenant. Termination are destruction, release, estoppel, abandonment, merger, and condemnation. I know there's one more I'm trying to remember. Condemnation. And my last one is change conditions. Okay, so that can terminate it. And that's pretty much it. That's how we write up a real covenant. Real covenant. So one more time, I think we should do it one more time here. Real covenant, which is a promise. You guys have to memorize the rule. Now we're going to do the burden to run. That's going to be WITVAN. Okay. Then we're going to do the benefit to run. Oh boy. And that we're going to use WITV. Remember that? WITV. Okay. And then if there's a termination, throw your termination in there. But from what I've seen on the essays, there's not too many that are terminated. And that's how you write up a real covenants, I would say, portion on the bar exam, because obviously after real covenants, you're going to have to go into equitable servitudes, which I'll do in my next video. So that's real covenants for you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me at plchomeschool14@gmail.com, and I'd be glad to help you. Like I said, I'm also studying for the bar exam, so this helps me teach myself as well as others if it's more clear for a student to understand, because I kind of needed to clarify a little bit for myself. Okay, you guys take care and see you on the next video.